Immediate interlude. It's an altar enshrining the stars. The fire blazes up as if to connect the heaven and the earth. The flickering fire illuminates the dark cave and singes the surrounding dome. But this can't be a proper enshrinement. It's said to connect to the sky, but the heavens are still underground. And the shining light isn't red, but black. The air is impure, the wind's stagnant, and the drops of water on the walls are colored like poison. The underground kingdom that's said to be the dragon's lair actually looks like the dragon's stomach. No human would come here. The only ones to come and honor this alien world are serpents fleeing from the light. No idea who that is. Oh, sick. A white skull coughs in this alien world. The one tinted by dark red light is the one who lost his master, the servant assassin. Fuck with my assassin voice.
He was like...
Whisper Lancer.
He was, yeah, Whisper Cahulin.
This is the end. I cannot maintain my body without a supply of magical energy. The white skull creeps across the wall. A girl stands before him. Swathed in a black curse, she blankly stares at the oncoming figure.
Do you think this is our Jalter?
What? Jalter?
What is it? Sword? Not Jalter. Sorry. I don't know why I always want that to be the evil version of her.
I assumed it was Sakura, but it might still be Assassin talking. If he's saying Magus.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can go with that.
I finally made it. Magus, I cannot see you, but are you still alive? He stops 5 meters in front of the girl. Sticking to the wall like a spider, Assassin speaks into empty space.
So we think this is... So this is Sakura.
If he's called her a Magus, it has to be Sakura.
Okay. Fuck, what's my Sakura voice? She's changed so much in so little time.
Evil Hinata.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's hard. Yes, glad you could make it back, assassin.
And the call reaches him. Fuck, the voice of the old Magus echoes through the empty chamber.
Uh-oh, is this my old man?
Didn't we just say it was a girl?
Oh! Did we?
The old man who was...
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, in front of the... I guess he walked up to, presumably, Sakura, and then Zoken started talking.
Just fucking misleading as shit.
Yeah. The old man who was killed by Kotomi and Akira still lives in this underground kingdom. It's natural. The one killed in the forest was just a collection of worms. The main body of the old Magus, the host that contains his soul, is sleeping in the safest place on Earth. Even the priest's holy words cannot kill him unless the main body is destroyed.
Oh yeah, because this was his servant, right?
Yeah.
But having my limbs destroyed got me. I cannot make magical energy descend to you, and it is too much of a bother to go find a new body above ground. This will burden her, but it is about time. Sakura, make a contract with Assassin. You need a new bodyguard now that Berserker is defeated.
The voice echoes.
Defeated.
I was gonna make a joke like, now just repeat the whole thing. But I'm glad you also made an echo joke. The girl clad in black curse, Mato Sakura, doesn't answer. Ignoring the one who has absolute control over her, she looks off blankly into space.
What are you doing, Sakura? Are you disobeying me?
The irritated voice also contains danger. The old man is irritated. He's angry that she lost Iliasville and Berserker.
Sakura, I will ask you one more time. Are you going to defy me?
Cold scorn. The girl has never disobeyed this voice. It's not fear, but submission to his absolute controlling power. The girl does fear the old man. Moreover, the girl cannot disobey him. Because her heart is... Hold, Magus. Perhaps her mind is already shattered. She has such a great power within her. It's not something a weak girl can withstand. His irritation disappears. A gentle silence. The sounds of worms crawling fills the hell lit by black flame.
It seems that way. I thought she would last a while, but the end came rather quickly.
The old Magus sounds disappointed, yet happy. The girl doesn't answer. Her mind has been swallowed by darkness.
Then, you will take the girl as planned? Oh, hold on.
I think that was probably me.
My bad. You didn't say anything, so I just assumed.
Well, I was reading. And also thinking. Then you'll take the girl as planned.
Do not put it like that. It is not as planned. It cannot be helped. Mato Sakura's mind disappeared, so there is nothing left that can control the monster. So although I know it is brutal, I must take over my empty granddaughter.
A laugh. Coming from the girl's throat. Rising from her throat is the old man's laughter.
Perfect!
Get absolutely baited.
Nice! Nice!
Then please hurry. My body is disappearing. I will disappear unless I am quickly supplied with magical energy.
Are we gonna fall in love with Zoken now?
Very well. I shall start. Why, this is disappointing, Sakura. You raised it to that degree. I wanted to give you the glory of obtaining the Holy Grail, but it cannot be helped. If you must curse someone, curse yourself. The ritual did not succeed in time because you let Heliosfield go.
A gritting sound. A worm squirms to swap her head.
Ew.
It isn't visible. There are no worms on the girl's body. It's not on the outside. It's a distorted thought that creeps up from her heart. Worm user Mato Zoken. His main body, the host of this rotting soul, is a false nerve hidden within Mato Sakura's heart.
Her body hasn't changed yet, but I am not one to complain. I shall now take your flesh as my own. Farewell, Sakura. You've endured more than I expected from an experiment. You have done well to please me.
A sound of writhing blood vessels. Mato Zoken's spirit orders his main body to eat the girl's brain. But
There's no need for that, grandfather. I'm fine.
the girl puts her hand on her chest and wakes up.
Oh, I thought it had consumed you, but you still persist? Sakura, the circumstances have changed and I can no longer maintain Assassin. It will burden you, but form a contract with him.
The old magus gives her an order. But the girl shakes her head in refusal.
What? What do you mean?
I told you already, grandfather. There's no need for that.
An ice-cold voice. At that instant,
Oh, God.
a vast darkness swallows the white skull on the wall. Yeah.
What?
The surprise comes too late. The assassin's body is compressed in an instant, his mask the only part not crushed. Yeah. Ah! The mask falls. Under the white skull,
Oh, do we get to see it?
the face that should be there is a skull, just like the mask.
Stop! That's fucking it's like Kakashi all over again.
Kakashi does, yeah.
I wondered what sort of face... What?
I assume this is Sakura, right? It's very cavalier for Zoken, who is currently freaking out. Maybe not. Maybe you're right.
No, maybe you're right.
Nailed it.
I thought it was the one that had been with him this whole time. All right. Oh, I wondered what sort of face you had, but you had none to begin with. You didn't hide your face, but wore the mask to make people think a face lay beneath it. Such a disappointment.
You?
You lost your face and name, but you still wanted eternity? But how unfortunate. If you seek eternity, you should have sought to live forever like my grandfather. The Holy Grail can't go back to the past and regain your name. Jesus. Disappear, old man of the mountain. You're nothing but an assassin. You can't become the one and only Hassan.
Ah! Even his death cry is swallowed by the shadow. The white-skulled assassin is swallowed by the girl's shadow.
Ugh, are you insane? What are you doing, fool?
His panic is akin to fury. Is he surprised or is he frightened? In response to the old man's scream, the girl smiles.
He attacked Senpai twice. That's why I killed him. I'm the only one allowed to hurt him. Oh.
Yeah.
What?
We had the same reaction.
And grandfather, you don't need to be protected by him anymore, so we have to give him leave.
And
Ooh,
then
she's absolutely touching her insides, isn't she?
she plunges her finger into her heart as if performing psychic surgery and pulls out a worm that was deep within her nerves. Oh. Ew.
Hell yeah.
I like that we get the classic dick worm for this, but not the rest of the game fixed it. Weird.
Oh,
I guess it's not as explicit when it's so tiny.
Oh, this is supposed to be a penis?
Like, it's not like the super spiky ones, like the update.
I don't remember what the other worms looked like.
It's a dumb thing for me to get caught up on. We can continue.
Yeah, no, we can talk about the dick worms. We can take a slow, short pause. Do you want to talk about the dick worms?
This is a cool CG, though.
Yeah.
How do you describe the fear, the terror? She gouged her heart and tore her nerves, smiling all the while.
What are you doing, Sakura?
The worm wriggles. The girl stares with empty eyes at her grandfather. What used to be her grandfather? What seems to have been her grandfather?
Oh, it was easier than I expected. I thought you would be bigger.
No, actually, Matozoken's true body wasn't this small. The old mage just switched his main body when he planted himself in her heart. To inhabit her heart, he had to be smaller than a heart. That makes sense. In retrospect, his strange preference was his downfall.
Sakura, don't tell me.
I should thank the priest. I would have been swallowed if he hadn't eliminated you.
She sees through his plan. No, this outcome was inevitable. The old mage just didn't even try to hide his intentions, and the girl didn't disobey him. So there was no problem. She was just a piece of flesh the old magus would eventually take over. Until she betrayed him.
Hold on. No, Sakura, possessing you is my last resort. I shall entrust you with the gate as long as you are still conscious. All I want is for the Mato bloodline to prosper. All I want is for you to win and obtain everything.
The worm squirms around. The girl smiles at the trash in her fingers.
All the better, then. I don't need your help anymore. I can open the gate by myself.
The impossible occurs. The old mage has only made one mistake.
Wait, please, Sakura. This has all been for you. And this is how you repay me?
Goodbye, grandfather. It must have been tiring to crawl out about underground for 200 years, right? You can disappear now.
The old man has raised her too much. Believing her to be pure, he never noticed the darkness within. The girl's the only one left at the altar. The swaying black fire rejoices at the independence of the girl that embodies it. The girl stares at the blood on her hand. And laughs like an empty puppet.
Damn, get wrecked, Zokin. Whenever we spent that whole time sleeping with her face permanently planted into the wall, and I tried to get a picture, and of course, as soon as I pulled my camera out, she was like, "No, no, no, no."
No shot. There's no reception. The Rito temple hides in the dark, emitting alien powers like a crouched giant. There must be wind blowing far above me. If I strain my ears, I can hear it howling. I feel a power from atop the stairs. It seems something is being created in the pond behind the compound.
No, we don't have any business there. The gate above must be the ostensible gate for the masters that want the Holy Grail. If we want the Great Holy Grail, we have to go down instead of up.
Oska walks away from the stairs into the forest. Are you alright, Ryder? There's a boundary field around the Rito temple, right? I heard servants can only go in from the front gate. I feel some strain, but this is tolerable. This area contains the most suitable ley line in the land. Once we get inside, I can recover by drawing mana from the air. I see. It must be tough, but please bear with us for a bit. We push our way through the tree branches. There's not even an animal trail over the mountains. We even have to climb down rock walls. I'll fall.
It should be around here, according to Ilya. Do you see anything like an entrance, Shiro?
What do you mean, like?
Like a crack in a rock that we can slip through, or a suspicious-looking shrine. It's an entrance, so I don't think it'd just be a pit.
It'd be ridiculous. The stars are out, but I can't see anything in a forest at night. Oh, I can. We must be behind the temple because I see many dead trees. There's no sign of human influence. There's nothing here but dead trees and a small stream. Small stream? Hold on. That means the water's coming from somewhere. Ryder, there's a bunch of rocks above the stream, right? It's too dark for me to see, but is that a cave? Please do not turn around, Shiro. I hear a small metallic sound. Ryder must have taken off her restraint. Yes, it's a natural cave, but you should just be able to fit through. It looks like the path ends about a meter in, but I sense a magical camouflage. I see, thanks. Tuska, I guess there is something like it. We pick our way down to the stream. It's more like a spring flowing out from the rocks. The stones are piled atop one another where it starts. There's a crack big enough for one person to fit through. It's like a snow hut made from rocks. You can see that a huge boulder is blocking the entrance, so nobody would even try to go in it. This is it. You can pass through the rock. Toska walks into the darkness without turning around. Please go ahead. I shall protect your back. I nod and enter the darkness. The sound of scraping on a hard surface. I progress down the wet rock using my hands. The ground slopes steeply downward. The weight of the darkness is stifling. Unless I keep my back to the ground as I move, I might fall into the endless dark. I lay flat on my back as I slowly descend. It's dark, and I can't tell how far down this path goes. My breathing echoes in my ears.
Shiro, I'm going to ask you now.
Then, Toska, the one leading the way, suddenly speaks up. What?
The gem sword. Why did you make it for me?
She sounds blunt, as if she's just asking to kill time while we're descending.
Is this not you?
Did that not come through?
No, no, I got this line and then nothing.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just like a lag spike or what. Because I said it fairly loud. I said it in a talking voice.
I was just
I was
over
like, why
here
aren't we
like,
advancing the line?
I was like, why would you not think that was you?
Some serious FGO focus going on here. Ahem. Why ask?
I've told you I'm planning to kill Sakura. Can you really give me a weapon, knowing that?
I nod in agreement. Well, Tosca certainly has a point. I'm not okay with that, but I can't save Sakura without you. It's better to have 2 people instead of 1. And projecting the sword was a promise. I couldn't keep one of my promises with you, so I wanted to keep the other. It happened a long time ago. I asked for Tosca's help after I lost Saber. Tosca responded to my call for help, and I made a promise with her. To let her win. I promised to make her the victor. I can't keep that promise anymore. So I have to keep the other promise with her. For the girl I used to admire. For Tosca Rin, who believed in someone who had nothing at the time.
I see. You're pretty faithful.
Yeah, but not as much as you. Silence returns to the darkness. The conversation ends. We continue our descent without looking at each other. A long path that seems to lead to hell. The path spirals downward, and just as I'm thinking we're over 100 meters underground, the dark cave changes completely, welcoming us. The path that could only accommodate 1 person widens up and leads on. There's no need for light. The cave is lit by a dim green glow, probably from some kind of luminous moss. The path is saturated with life force. It feels too lively. An air of birth filled with vigor and the joy of life. An immense amount of odd, and mana so strong that it's almost visible. It makes me want to vomit. The warmth of life should be dazzling, but instead it's something rotten, make me want to look away.
Instead of a meat mountain, it's a meat cavern.
Meat cavern. I have no words to say to her. This is a land of death. Talking to each other to soften the tension will only cost us our lives.
Let's go. From now on, look out for your own safety first.
Tosca heads down the path to the source of the black air. Ryder and I follow after her, concentrating on our surroundings. I see something red on the ground. It's a trace of blood. It leads to the back. Did someone come here before us? And someone wounded badly enough to leave behind a trail of blood? Shiro. Sorry, I'll be right there. I shake off that train of thought and head on. I can't be worrying about others. My consciousness fades away if I let my guard down. I'll disappear if I worry about needless things. I tighten my grip on the pendant. Letting the pain clear my mind, I step into the green darkness. A warm wind hits my cheeks.
Did you laugh?
No.
What cheeks are you thinking about?
Funny line. At its end, the path opens into a cavern. It's about as big as the school ground. It's too dark to make out the ceiling, but it must be about 10 meters high. I don't detect any signs of life. An unforgettable underground space that looks like the moonscape that I read about a long time ago. And there, waits Saber, filled with absolute hostility. She's the only one here. I don't see Sakura, Zoken, or Assassin. The only one blocking the way here is the girl who has turned black. Saber. There's no reply. Of course. Saber's duty is to eliminate any intruders. She's the gatekeeper and the executioner. Saber's the strongest servant Sakura has, so she can fight us by herself.
It doesn't look like we can talk her into letting us through.
Tosca lowers her stance and reaches for the gem sword she's hiding behind her back. Intend to fight head on. I don't know what kind of ability the sword has, but she's going to fight Saber. But that's not a good idea. We still have a countermeasure since we know Saber's powers. We can't use our only secret weapon when Zoken and Assassin are still waiting for us. Wait, Tosca, Saber's...
Rin, I have no reason to fight you. Please do not attack me. I will go against Sakura's orders if I kill you here.
Speaking in the same quiet tones as before, Saber stops Tosca in her tracks. We comprehend what she means right away.
What are you doing? You're keeping watch here, right? Yes, I am to eliminate anyone that passes by here. That is Sakura's order, but... I'm an exception and Sakura wants to see me?
Saber nods.
I almost read that part out loud.
Yeah, I also thought it was in quotes.
I see. She must be serious.
She mutters. After taking a deep breath, Tosca walks over to Saber. Tosca.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, we said the Saber word and then I thought it was my line.
I don't think...
But that makes much more sense that you said my name.
Okay, cool. Glad we're on the same page.
Sorry, I guess that's how it is, so I'm going ahead.
Tosca walks on without hesitation and passes by Saber.
Bye, bitch!
Rin's like, I'm gonna go fucking kill Sakura. Good luck! And right before she disappears.
Shiro, I don't know what'll happen to you, but I believe in you. So you'd better live up to my expectations.
Huh? Wait. I can't understand if you complain to me without telling me what I should be doing.
I'm saying it'll just be a pain if you come complaining after everything's over. Make sure you're not too late if you want to save Sakura.
Tosca disappears, her hair fluttering behind her. Thanks, Tosca. That gave me strength. In short, she told me to come help her while she keeps Sakura at bay.
That is impossible. You will die here, Shiro.
Her hostility expands. Tosca left and Ryder and I are the only ones here. So she doesn't have to hold back anymore, huh? I cannot overlook what you just said. You only kill those that pass through. If he merely stays here, you should not harm him.
I will not attack if he does not move, but he will advance no matter what. He knows he cannot defeat me, but all he can do is move forward. Am I wrong, Ryder?
I see. You served him before me, after all. It's natural that you know his personality. Saber narrows her eyes. The black holy sword is in her hand. She's coming. Ryder or I. If either one of us takes a step forward, Saber will use all her power to kill us. Saber, there's nothing that'll make you back down.
Stop asking me that. I said this is my role.
I grab the shroud.
Shit.
Saber shows no sign of hesitation. We're already enemies. I realized that back in the forest. So? I see. Then I'll eliminate you here. I have to accept it. I'm going to save Sakura, and you're in my way. Saber's not my only enemy. But there's still Assassin and Zoken. Well, I can't be wasting my time here.
Stupid knowing both sides of the information.
Please stay back, Shiro. I shall fight Saber just as you instructed me. Removing the restraint on her mystic eyes, Ryder motions me back with one hand. Saber raises her sword. The hostility is already aimed at Ryder. Don't be stupid. I said we're both going to fight her. You... I may not be able to defeat her, but I can keep her occupied. Fortunately, Saber does not have the ability to repel mystic eyes. I cannot petrify her as she has more magical energy, but I can pressure her. I can match her for 2 minutes if I use all my strength. Ryder's eyes capture Saber. The mystic eyes, which petrify anyone in her sight, temporarily lower Saber's ability. I will create the situation. Please stay there and concentrate so you do not miss our chance. Ryder. I will be going. I shall entrust you with my life, Shiro. Ryder disappears. The black cavalryman dashes at the swordsman with light speed. The attack is made so quickly that human reactions cannot even perceive it. But Saber repels it like nothing.
Very well. You will disappear first, Ryder.
A heavy pressure fills the cavern. A cruel smile on her face, the black swordsman starts to move. Interlude. Her vision spreads out. The instant Toska of darkness, she forgets that she's deep underground. FGO uses this backdrop a lot.
Does it?
At least it used to in the first part. Before the Lost Belt stuff, this is like where all the bad guys would meet, was this backdrop.
Oh.
The impossibly high canopy and black sun. The huge cavern isn't a cave, but a desolate land. There should be 3 kilometers across. In the distance stands a monolithic wall. This is the start and the end of this war. There should be a giant crater above the cliff. Up there is the system that's been activated for 200 years. The massive rock that holds a large magic circle, the Great Holy Grail, belches black fire from its mortar-shaped center.
Jesus.
The embryonic movements of the Black Shadow. The light illuminating the desert is a wave of magical energy. According to Toska's records, this is what you'd call the altar of the beginning. The middle that leads to the middle. The circular circuit, the world of heart, heaven's feel. It has immeasurable magical energy, creating an alien world that lives up to its name.
That's to undermine you. So the name All Evils of this world isn't just for show, huh?
Rin talks lightly as she makes her way to the altar. She's worried about Shiro and Ryder, but her situation isn't too good either. The magical energy in the Great Holy Grail isn't something a human can handle. The vortex of magical energy can be called infinite. There's so much that it won't run out, not even if all the magi in the world come here and use whatever magic they wish. It's more than anyone can use in a lifetime, and therefore it can be called infinite.
Nothing is impossible, huh? That Holy Grail really can make any wish come true.
Her determination almost breaks, faced with the numbing premonition of death. Keeping her spirits up with idle talk, she walks on. The ones she's watching out for are Assassin and Mato Zoken. Mato Sakura isn't a threat. She's lost her mind, and Rin sees no danger from her. She's just Zoken's puppet, after all. Rin's greatest enemy is Mato Zoken. The fight against Mato Sakura isn't important.
Strange. I could make it to the altar.
Zoken shouldn't allow an intruder to trespass this far. If he's planning to attack her, it'll be on the way to the altar. But it's not happening, and Rin's about to reach her destination. She thinks. Why is there no interference from Zoken? Why can't she feel his or Assassin's presence? Kind of Assassin's thing. She makes a guess. She denies the possibility, but easily accepts it. No, she's forced to accept it. Because...
I'm glad, Nason, you came here instead of running away. Oh, Jesus, what fell? Minerva,
Wait a second.
your timing was terrifying. I think we're good. I think we knocked something not important off the desk. Those are some
Her
cables.
guess turns out to be true.
Sorry. The music was sick.
God, it feels so, like, satisfying to see the fully defined image of that fucking tower.
Yeah.
That's just been faint for 3 routes. She looks up.
I was gonna make a joke about how you've never seen the Eye of Sauron?
She looks up, on top of the cliff. With the black sun behind her, Mato Sakura welcomes her older sister. Rin retreats a little, overwhelmed by the pressure. The girl has been transfigured further than Rin expected. Angra Mainyu is a servant without form. It's only a shadow that takes form using people's wishes. Therefore, its powers depend on its master. Mato Sakura is now Angra Mainyu. All evils of this world, the function to emit the curse is the girl called Mato Sakura.
Crap, if Kirei were here, I bet he'd call it a messenger from God.
Rin looks up at Sakura, who's turned into a bottomless well of magical energy, and releases her gem sword. But is it something that can match the being above her? There are 2 functions for weapons that support magic and ceremonial equipment that assist in rituals. One function is to amplify. It's a backup, increasing and supplementing one's magical energy and strengthening the spell itself. These items are considered orthodox support equipment, and magi carry at least one. Rin's jewels are classified in this group. Another is a limited function. It's a special magical item where the weapon itself becomes magic. It's activated using the magical energy of the magus and performs a predetermined divine mystery. Its greatest advantage is that it enables the magus to use magic she's not capable of ordinarily. It only has one application and thus lacks versatility, but for that reason, its power is immense. A lance that always pierces the heart. A bridle that enslaves holy beasts. A dagger that cancels any magical effect. Noble phantasms of servants are usually classified in this group. So, which is the gem sword? Is it support equipment that gives magical energy to the user? Or is it a limited weapon that defeats the enemy with its unique ability? But no matter which it may be, nothing should be able to match Mato Sakura. The difference in their magical energy is too vast. No matter what kind of magic it may be, Mato Sakura should be able to drive it back in one breath.
What's wrong? Why are you trembling, Nei-san? Don't tell me you've suddenly lost your nerve. Well said. Where's your guardian? You're a coward, so doesn't it bother you that he's not by your side?
The air freezes. Hostile tension mixes into the warm air of the cavern. The black girl bites her lip and sighs.
Grandfather's gone. He was a bother, so I crushed him along with Assassin.
She smiles gracefully. He doesn't need to ask. Mato Zoken was killed by Mato Sakura. It's natural that he hasn't shown himself. The old magus was eaten by his own pet dog.
I see. So you're completely free. Zoken bound you in a good way and a bad way. You don't have anything to fear now that you've killed him. Not quite. Not yet, Nei-san. Killing my grandfather isn't enough. I'm this strong and I can do anything, but I'm still bound. Jeez, Nei-san, you're so insignificant, but you won't disappear from within me. You still torment me in my mind. So, as long as you live, I can't be free.
Voice is a light sing-song, but the words are heavy as slime. The contradiction proves her madness. The hostility in the cavern is a rhapsody of superiority and awe.
Oh, but you seem happy in spite of that. You killed Zoken and Assassin, so I should assume you killed Kirei as well. What a performance for someone who hated killing. Are you getting used to murder now? Yes, crushing people and eating them are no different. For people, it's boring and meaningless if you don't have fun, and it's painful if you don't eat, right? It's just the same. I'm the same as you. I'm just doing what everyone else is doing. Wait, do you really mean that, Twisted Logic? It's not twisted logic. I'm not wrong. It's different because I've gotten strong. I'm strong, so I'm different now. I'm strong. Everything's forgiven if you're strong. Yes, if I'm strong and no one can beat me, everything I've done will be forgiven. If I'm not myself, everything I've done couldn't be helped.
Scream of rage. It's the complaint of a petulant child who can't escape unless she believes in it.
Do you understand, Nei-san? That's what I'm going to become. That's why I can kill anyone. It's natural for me. I see. So you're going to take it out on everything you see? But what about Shiro? He still believes he can save you. Are you going to kill him too?
The girl stiffens. Rin's question is her last obstacle. Her excitement cools down. Thinking about him, she regains her sanity. A serene smile crosses her face.
Yes, Senpai's no exception. No, he's the only one I want to kill, Nei-san. Yes, I quickly want to swallow Senpai too.
Mato Sakura's reply shows that she is beyond help. Rin grips the gem sword and gauges the distance between them.
What about taking Angermainu with you? I knew you were stupid, but I didn't think you were this stupid. You let yourself be swallowed, and you've already stopped being human.
A voice filled with clear hostility. As the supervisor of this land, Tosuka Rin acknowledges her own sister as evil.
You're bluffing. Please be honest with yourself, Nei-san. You're envious of this great power, right? You're jealous, right? That's why you came to kill me even though you can't. Yes, you're going to take him away from me so you can keep the happiness to yourself.
Those are shadow friends. The shadows stand up. A magic of absorption, a bundle of magical energy that matches a servant's noble phantasm. Not one, but many rise up to attack.
I won't give it to you. This is my power. All I'm going to give you is regret and despair. I'll slowly show you what I mean.
There are 4 figures. They reach out for the small person beneath them like giants protecting the girl.
I'll show you the difference in our powers, Nason. No one's going to come help you this time. You can drown in me like a bug in a lake.
Is that an offer? The towering shadows attack her. A titanic power that can neither be blocked nor dodged swallows Totsuka Rin. Fucking end the interlude there, aren't they? Of course.
Yep,
they
for sure. Swallow? Ayo?
Hey, yo!
You guys are in horny jail.
I had no interest in Sakura until she did the dark thing, and I'm like, okay, I can see it now.
Now she can take my kneecaps.
Because now it's not like they're pretending to be nice, you know? Because before it's like, no, that girl wants to steal my kneecaps. And now it's like, yeah, that girl wants to steal my kneecaps.
You're a fucking problem.
2 black figures crash against one another. I'm gonna do fight narration voice. One is Ryder, running at great speed, striking at her enemy from all possible directions. Her long hair blown behind her, she looks like a beautiful shooting star. But a shooting star is a small star after all. The swordsman who Ryder faces. Ryder cannot break through Saber's guard as she firmly fixes herself on the ground and overwhelms Ryder. No matter how quickly Ryder leaps to attack her blind spots, Saber deflects the daggers with a single swing of her blade, striking Ryder in the same motion. Her severe firmness reminds me of a black sun. A large star that'll consume you once you draw near. No matter how fast Ryder may move, an ephemeral shooting star can never match the light of one that burns in place.
Okay, this is sick.
Yeah. Her sneak attack is repelled yet again and she's wounded. She can retreat as Saber counterattacks because of her superhuman speed. Ryder closes in, withdraws in an instant, just like a black spark. But her efforts merely prevent a fatal blow. The difference in their power is obvious. Ryder's speed decreases the more she attacks. High-speed movement and continuous offense. Natural healing that regenerates the wounds Saber sustains. She's not thinking about anything that comes after. She can't match Saber unless she uses all of her energy. Ryder's blocking Saber's attacks by attacking. Once Saber shifts to offense, she and her master will be killed instantly. Therefore, Ryder keeps running, knowing she'll eventually burn out. Her energy's lost with every passing second. Ryder said she could last 2 minutes. It's been 10 minutes since passing that limit.
Hell yeah.
Ryder's legs are starting to give in to the strain. In contrast, Saber is unscratched. Ryder's attacks have not reached her and she shows no fatigue. Technique, vitality, magical energy. Saber overwhelms Ryder in these 3 aspects. Therefore, once Ryder loses her speed, her sole advantage, Saber will shift to offense. Ryder's speed is declining. It's only a matter of time before Saber catches up to Ryder's speed. A few more seconds, Ryder will be out of breath once her next attack is blocked. The instant Ryder loses her strength and magical energy, Saber will slice her body in half. But this has been predicted. Before they came to the cavern, the boy told Ryder of his prediction of this exact outcome. She knows she'll lose if she fights like this. There's only one way to change the outcome of death. They hold their breath and wait for the moment. Ryder attacks Saber. At the same instant, I loosen the restraint on my left arm.
Oh.
And start the projection. I'm disappearing. Loosening the shroud on Archer's arm. Search. I'm blown away. The wind's strong. I'm losing my comprehension of what's before me. Let go of the right hand. Put the shroud back on. I can't bear it for even a second. I'll lose everything. I'll lose what I value. Search. Select. No, every part of my body's dying at this moment. Ryder's fighting desperately. I can't whine about this. I have to do what I can and fight. I can't lose my concentration for even a second. Ryder's going to time it. I have to free my left arm so I can match her timing. Select. Analyze. But it hurts. It's painful and scary. Quick is right. It disappears. Something I value disappears. I can't remember what I lost. But what I kept in my heart cannot be recalled ever again. Defer. Slash. My right lung is torn from within. Not yet. I can't stay conscious. Ryder's also desperate. I won't lose. I give all I have to keep watching Ryder. Ryder's fighting her fight. I'll fight my own fight.
Jesus.
Ryder stops. Ryder must have exhausted her reserves of energy because she's on her knees in front of Saber. Saber's sword moves. Ryder's going to be killed.
Oh my god, we haven't made a decision in so long.
Oh, fuck. I feel like I lean wait for my chance, but I'm afraid Ryder gets fucking executed here.
I feel like we're supposed to attack, right? Because he said that she's supposed to time it with him.
Yeah, okay.
So my guess...
I think middle is definitely wrong.
Right. I'm
yeah,
assuming that if you're going to attack her, you're not just going to go in there with your fucking fists out, right? Like, surely you're going to project something as you're going in.
Fucking Dex Saber.
He's just like, here's my
when
best...
Ren just fucking decked caster and it's like, fuck you, I win with my fists.
I think hesitating is not the move here.
Okay. I can support this.
Okay, we're gonna attack.
Fucking
we saved this,
Saber.
right?
Dude.
Yes. Okay.
I think it's fairly likely we die here, but it's a 50-50. I think top and bottom are both valid. Can't just abandon Ryder. Oh, unless the plan was for Ryder to die, and then we're fucking dumb. I bear the pain and the shredding memory. I pull out the Azoth sword and run to the Black Swordsman. If my determination was quick, my action was quick as well. My legs are strong as an explosion, and my body's fast as a bullet. Regurgitation of blood, backflow of my senses, backflow of poison. My left arm and my body become one. An inexperienced warrior named Emiyashiro turns into a supreme super being. I like where this is going. A second feels like 10. I can manage it. I can match Saber by sacrificing Emiyashiro.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Run, Ryder! I run to the confronting figures and attack from the side. Shiro? Ryder's on the ground.
I thought she was gonna match us.
I think we fucked this.
No, we didn't.
Saber can only react with her eyes. I got her.
Did we?
I take aim at her open side and cut her left arm with the Azoth sword.
Oh, we're so fucking
We're
dead.
fucking dead. We're absolutely dead. What? It breaks. The sword that should have cut through Saber's arm shatters at the moment of contact.
Oh no.
At the speed of light, the counterattack comes.
Mm-hmm.
An arm flies off.
You didn't need that.
A severed left arm. Ooh, that's the good one. Rolls across the ground.
Not
just
our
as I planned.
Not in our
Just
good-
as I planned. Ryder jumps back while Saber just stands there. I kneel, trying to staunch the flow of blood from my left shoulder with my remaining hand. Is this the plan? I writhe in agony.
I mean, the arm was a problem, right?
I mean, it was also a solution.
It is not that I could not react. There was no need to react, Shiro.
The black swordsman stays without emotion. She comes near me. She steps behind my back and...
Slits my throat. Now you have lost your weapon. Sakura does not say it, but she wishes you to live. I am to take you to her if I am able to neutralize you before you die. But...
The tip of her sword pricks my spine. Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
That cold weight of death, able to pierce my heart with one push.
Choose. You can die by my sword or receive a death worse than death from Sakura. The decision is yours, Shiro.
I'm losing consciousness. My blood's flowing out of me and a sword is pressed against my back. I don't know what I chose. There's only one thing I'm sure of. It's that I can't save Sakura, no matter what.
Bad end. Damn it! Bro, I was so confident.
Oh, fuck, I voice Ilya in these fucking Tiger Dojos.
Are you, yeah, we haven't seen a Tiger Dojo in a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
This is the real gift that we get.
You're welcome. You're welcome for dying.
What?
The last Tiger Dojo was the final one. Her name's not. You better click and return to the title screen.
Extra stage!
Side A!
How's everyone doing? Are you dying without mercy? This is Tiger Dojo Remix that saves you from simple choice mistakes.
Us! Our battle just started.
What? Sure, us so manly.
It has to be. Look at her pose.
You went, us! Our battle just started!
Look at her pose.
Oh, don't say that. We'll get cut off if you say that line. Well, Sakura-chan's route is about to enter its climax. You can't be beaten when Tosuka-san's in a big pinch.
That's right. Shiro can't beat Saber, so trust Ryder and concentrate on your part.
Oh, alright. Yep, Shiro's role is rear guard support. Watch over the fight from a distance and take the best part. But the story's getting really fancy. It's taking place underground and Sakura-chan powered up a lot. Oh, where are you going, Fate?
Yeah, you're right, Master. I thought I could take a big part in this route, but Sakura's my rival. It wasn't even a match against her, so I'm forced to come back to this dojo.
Oh, what a tragic story. So it's true that a bullied child is strong. The Tosuka sisters are fearsome indeed. So they were both devils.
Yeah, I hate how everyone is putting their masks on. Saber's gone black and merciless. Rin's cruel now when it counts. I feel sorry for Shiro. I'm the only heroine that's not a two-faced person.
Well, you certainly aren't a two-faced person. Well, let's get on to the usual hint. Sakura-chan route, Heaven's Feel, has two endings. One is the grand finale, the true ending of Fate's Stay Night.
Two and normal ends. Well, you can easily get to the normal end. The condition for the true ending depends on what you've done until now.
Sakura loves us, right?
To come out with it, you can't get to the true end if my affection points are below 4, or if you've used projection one too many times.
Fuck.
Just don't spoil!
Oh, come on. This is the last one, so you should let me.
No, this is the last stronghold in Fate. But we'll tell you up front, you could do something about Ilya-chan's affection score if you start over from day 14.
Hey, you're coming out with it too.
Huh? But this is the Q&A. Our reason for existence is to give out hints.
I see. I don't get how it's different from a spoiler, but you're a tyrant, Master.
What, you finally realized it in the 39th dojo? Well, the next one will be the final Tiger Dojo. The long story's finally wrapping up. The last bad end is rumored to be a violently sweet romantic bonus chapter. Truly the grand finale. Please keep your expectations up and keep up your indecisiveness.
Oh God.
I think.
Oh God.
I think Ilya's
Might be higher than 4.
cancel.
Just go to load the game. You can look at it in there.
Well, I didn't know if I could just do it from the main menu, man.
It looks like that's gotta mean 4 points, right?
Yeah, I don't know why they always put this bonus bar down here. I guess they could
Definitely
possibly hate you. This is neutral. Dude,
I
Saber
wonder if we
doesn't
use
give
projection too many times.
a single shit about us.
Oh,
It's because she died so early.
yeah. Saber just killed us like a second ago. All right, we need to trust Ryder, and we need to not use projections. Which we might have already blown that second, but I don't know. When the fuck did we project and it wasn't necessary?
I feel like, why would they give us options to project and it'd be the wrong answer?
Well, it's not wrong. It's a normal end and a true end. So it's like a.
But
you
we've
still beat the
true
game
ended
versus-
everything else.
We did true end the other routes.
I think we're fine.
Yeah. Let's wait for our chance. Ryder! I trust her. I have to trust her and wait. God, every time you pick the right choice, it makes you feel like an asshole for picking the wrong one earlier. What good will it do? Even if I attack Saber now,
They said that she had to sync with us.
what can I do with my projection that's already prepared? Our plan's already been determined.
Can't fucking project, my guy.
Ryder accepted my strategy, temporarily acknowledging me as her master.
We need the true end.
So... Saber's sword cuts through empty space. Ryder has already retreated out of Saber's range. And it's the greatest retreat possible. She jumps back to the edge of the cavern. Saber can't pursue her. Ryder's chain is tangled around her legs. That's why Ryder went on her knees. Ryder persistently attacked Saber's upper body, entangled her legs as the final attack, and nailed her in place by piercing the nail dragger into the ground.
You cannot stop me with such a thing.
Magical energy courses through Saber's body. Saber takes on lightning and easily destroys the chain. But it's too late. The small opening lasts a mere 2 seconds, but that's more than Ryder needs. Noble Phantasm. 50 meters. Seeing the sudden gap between them, Saber instantly realizes Ryder's intention. And there's only one way to oppose it. A strongest attack for a strongest attack.
X!
I think it's called something else.
Damn it!
Black light flows out. A scorching wind bursts forth from Saber's sword. Oh, I think it's just another word added onto the end. A comet will attack her in the next second. The strongest noble phantasm is employed to wipe out the pure white light from Ryder. Saber! Ryder lowers her stance. The summoning circle's already complete. A giant eye bound by blood materializes in front of her.
Come, Ryder.
The sword readied beside her. Converging and spinning, the light of the star reaches the critical point. The black sun stands ready, the flare held in both hands. Bellaro! Its true name is cast. Ryder's figure is instantly covered in white.
X!
The true name is revealed. Saber's sword transforms to a blazing black flame. Bone!
Caliban!
The two lights in the cavern contend for supremacy. At that instant, I stop time.
Nani?
I don't think it means, like, literally.
Oh, okay. Bro, I said, when did we get time powers?
Imagine that ass pull at the very end.
God, I would have lost my mind.
I accelerate all my processes, disguising this instant as eternity. Trace on. Search, select, analyze, project. That's my role. The second projection.
Oh no.
Magic that shaves my existence away. But we can't beat Saber without it. We can't match Saber's noble phantasm, even with Bellerophon. We knew that already. So I'm going to make her win. If Ryder's noble phantasm's inferior in force, I'll make up for the difference. I am the bone of my sword. I already know what I have to use. The projection's complete in an instant. The greatest projection Archer knows. The noble phantasm that will lead Ryder to victory. Roll ice! I make it into reality using its true name. Ah! A shudder runs through my outstretched arm. Nerves, muscles, and blood dance around like mad. I frantically hold my convulsing left arm with my right. Bear it. I can't stop the projection. The lights are still competing. If Ryder loses Ias now, she'll be vaporized in an instant. My left arm jumps about while my shoulder fires bullets into my body. The magical energy I can't control explodes inside my body. And just like an eraser, turns Emiyashira's body white. I roar out. I scream to ward off the pain and the fear of losing myself. Their magical energy is smashed. It completely destroys the balance between the two.
I love that the noise gate said no.
Oh,
Yeah.
It really does not let anything through.
We heard and then the last one, nothing.
Damn it. Scattering the fourth petal, the black ultimate light penetrated through. It fills the cavern with bright white light.
Interlude.
The two servants are blown away. Ryder smashes against the wall at the exact speed at which she charged. Saber is hurled backward by Bellerophon and falls to the ground on her back. They're both alive. Ryder must have used up her magical energy. She's still on the ground. But Saber, she's deeply wounded, but she still has some power left. We barely had the edge in the confrontation, the noble phantasms. Bellerophon had 90% of its light offset by Saber's holy sword. I run. I run without understanding what I have to do. I release the Azoth sword while I run. Saber. I run to her. I run to her and straddle her defenseless body.
Sorry. Shiro.
She hit her head. Saber's looking up at me absent-mindedly. How must I look to her? I'm on top of her, looking down with a dagger upraised. Saber's natural healing power is extraordinary. She'll regenerate unless I finish her off right now. Finish her here. We'll be killed unless I kill Saber, who's wounded and unable to fight back. My fragmented mind is strangely clear right now. She must be conscious again. Saber's staring at me with cold eyes.
Oh my god.
How do I save her? I want to save her, but it feels like that must be the wrong choice.
We have to save her, right?
We have to try.
Like, no shot that we, as a character, do not. Like, we're not like a. Oh no, like we won't even give up on Sakura. And like, Saber was like our bestie in the beginning.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know. If Saber's gone and like this is what you need to do, I could also, because Shira's like, I have a clear mind right now, you know? And like he ran over there with the dagger. That's his intention.
You want to stab her?
Well, I think we should try the save option, but I do think stabbing her is going to be the right option.
But you want to see what the save one is, or do you want to just go ahead and stab
I
her?
want to try it just in case it's the right option. I want to be hopeful.
I
If
think
it's the wrong option, we probably die pretty quick.
right. I don't think it's gonna drag everything out for days.
I can't bring the blade down.
God, it's the sad music, man. This has to be right.
My hand's shaking and I can't pierce Saber's heart.
No way we get like a squelch, right? She's not gonna stab us.
Well, she's just looking up at me. She's staring at me without emotion or interest. Only a few days. It's only been 8 days since the night I lost her. No, I should say it's already been 8 days. It's been that long since I lost her clear golden hair and her gentle green eyes. I can still clearly recall her silver armor and the beauty of her attacks. Even though I knew nothing, she accepted me as her master, serving as my sword to the very end. No matter how many times she was wounded and faced death, her determination never wavered. I won't forget about it. I can't forget about that night, that miracle. Golden hair shining under the moonlight. It's
Oh, we're about to get stabbed.
an eternal scene that will never be lost, no matter how much she changes. And I realize I can't kill Saber. Even though she's turned dark and her magical energy is ominous, she's still the Saber that protected me. So how can I kill her? Saber. The dagger falls. Not onto her chest, but onto the ground. The black swordsman says nothing. Her body's completely healed now.
Awkward.
It's probably because of the enormous amount of Sakura's magical energy. Her body's not the only thing that healed, as her magical energy is charged as well.
Shiro, I have cursed you for the first time.
I can understand Saber's hatred. I think this is Saber?
You were telling me to kill you.
It's natural that she's disappointed.
Shit. Very well, as you wish. I shall.
The cave rumbles.
Oh my god, was this the right choice?
What's happening off in the darkness? A rumbling like a death cry comes from the way Tosca went. The vibration sounds like a lamentation. The person causing the rumbling is frantically calling for help? Saber? I don't know if it's because of the vibration, but Saber's body's sinking into the ground. No, she's being swallowed up by her own shadow. Give me your hand, Saber!
I shall postpone your execution. Sakura is asking for help.
Fuck, did we fuck over Rin?
Ooh.
The shadow fades away.
I don't know what we're doing.
having drawn saber in, it seeps into the rock and disappears. I suddenly wake up. I realize I'm sleeping in an unfamiliar place.
You've been fucking napping?
Well, I assume it was passed the fuck out. No, something's wrong. Something's wrong, but I can't put my finger on it. Ugh. I get up. I shake my head and clear my mind. That's right, I have to go. I eliminated something important at the cost of something important. The dagger. I have to take the dagger. I pull the Azoth sword from the ground. That's odd. Why is the dagger that was in my hand sticking out of the ground? Ugh.
All right, when we undo our arm, we lose time.
I tighten the restraint on my left arm. I've used up most of the magical energy. What's left in Archer's arm and myself? I should be able to do more if I combine them, but I can only manage one more projection. I won't be able to suppress Archer's arm after that. I'm forgetting something. But I should hurry for now. My body's stiff. I feel like I'm a tin man. Someone's calling for me in the distance. The voice. The unfamiliar voice. Feels like something important, and I move my tin body forward. This isn't looking great for us. It takes time to go through the cave. The rumbling has already stopped. A warm wind that makes me want to vomit is coming from the back. My left arm hurts. My brain shreds a little more with each step, and my thoughts are crumbling apart like a collapsing building. I escape from the black darkness into the white darkness. My body's burning. I'm a brazier, and it feels like I'm thrown inside a furnace. My headache's getting worse. My breath is hot, and the air's even hotter. The heat burns my lungs, and the rotten air sticks to my throat. I was wrong. This isn't a furnace. It's like being inside a giant stomach.
Ew. Meat cavern! Sorry.
This is the last stage. The final destination where Sakura hid herself, Zoken lurked, and Tosca is now gone. But it's too quiet. I don't feel any battles going on. Everything's so intensely white that I can't find Zoken's laughter, Tosca's figure, or Sakura's downcast expression. I walk forward without a thought for what might have happened. I don't have time or energy to waste on that. My thoughts are a precious resource right now. I can project one more time. I can't degrade my final weapon with unnecessary speculation. I scale the cliff. I keep my head blank as I climb, conserving what little of my mind remains. A pillar of light that's like a black sun. There stands Sakura, transfigured to black. Sakura. Sakura looks at me with wonder. Red eyes without emotion. The coldness of her eyes brings everything to a halt. How stupid. I made the same mistake again.
Oh, you're here, Senpai. You were so late, I thought you ran away. I'm sorry. I'll call myself back. It was a mistake to arrange them at the exit to surprise you.
She smiles.
Those are bodies.
At that instant, my spine turns to ice. Sakura's smile so unlike her that makes me forget about what I have to say or what I have to protect. Sakura, where's Tosaka? I ask a stupid question. Completely forgetting about bringing Sakura back, I ask something I don't need to, something that's readily apparent.
Ne-san?
My question hasn't taken her by surprise. It seems she's pitying me for failing to grasp something so obvious. That's right, Tosuka should have come here before me. Where is she? The air's hot. It feels like the wind on my skin is melting my body. I look around the cavern from here. I don't see Tosuka below. The only sign of human life is here. By Sakura's feet. A cloth that looks like a ribbon is on the ground, dyed in black. Tosuka's presence is gone. Tosuka's body is gone. Tosuka's bloodstain doesn't even exist. Sakura, you...
Yes, you're right. Ne-san's nowhere in this world now. Because I consumed her just now.
Who is it?
Oh, I didn't leave any leftovers. I finished every bit of her body and mind. Even with this body, I still remember my manners.
Who is it?
But Ne-san isn't dead. She's still suffering inside of me. So she was a virgin. I'm letting her experience what I've been through, but she's already crying on the first day. Can you hear her? She's screaming for help and apologizing, just like I used to. Oh, how cute of you to say that. She said, please let me out of here, Sakura. Stupid Ne-san. I want to have more fun if you say that.
Who is it?
I might lose myself since it's so good. Thanks for the food, Senpai. The person you brought me was a delicious treat.
Whose outer shell is that? My remaining thoughts ignite. My reason explodes and I'm starting to forget what I'm supposed to do and who the person in front of me is. Sakura, you went too far away for me to retrieve you.
Please stop. Don't look at me with those eyes. Don't you know it's your own fault? You spared Saber, so Ne-san wasn't able to kill me in the end. Ooh. If Saber hadn't come to save me, I would have been killed instead. We fucked up. But I'm so happy. You saved Saber and me, and you killed Ne-san. So...
No,
I'll swallow you too. Come on, Senpai. Ne-san's waiting for you. Ne-san's been asking for your help. You should go to her and hold her hand or something.
Shadow falls. The light from the pillars blocked off as if a giant wall's created. Black shadows emerge. I don't know where they came from, but the giants surround me like a prison. There's nowhere to run. The giants melt into each other, becoming a tidal wave that surges over me. All my senses disappear in an instant. In infinite, boundless darkness. I hear someone weeping as I fall into Sakura's shadow.
Damn, so that was the wrong answer.
They did say the last ending was romantic, and it seemed a little tongue-in-cheek. Alright. Let's get shit talked by these two again.
They're gonna be like, are you fucking joking me? We told you.
Right.
Extra stage!
Side B! Sorry to keep you waiting. Loving her, and everyone else. This is the most passionately romantic ending in Fate.
Alright, a wonderful ending where an indecisive boy can be spoiled by every... Wait, how is this a romantic end?
Oh, so am I stretching it a bit too far, Master?
Jeez, you can't do anything suspenseful like this. I love having monsters you had... a hard time killing come back after the end credits and Finn come up. The monster's gotta be immortal.
Oh, Senpai, long time no see.
Jeez, this is all because you were confined by lingering affection. You can only save one. That's the decision you made coming into the final battle, so stick with it no matter what.
Us. That's splendid, Master. But are you sure there's no ending to save Saber?
Play the Saber route. You're brutally honest, but that's exactly right. There's no ending in Sakura-chan's route to make Saber-chan happy, so all you Saber-chan supporters can give up. Well, the Tiger Dojo's really finished. There's 40 dojos total, so thanks for bearing with us.
Wow, there's that many? What happens if you collect all the stamps, Taiga?
You'll see after you collect them all. The main story's about to end, so it might be fun to use the skip function and start over if you haven't seen a particular dojo. Anyway, thanks for playing the game until now. The main story's about to end, so please keep at it.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything until now. It was fun. Goodbye. Let's meet again after you fully complete the game. All right.
I don't think I don't think we've died 40 times.
No, that's just how many are in there. Would it be in the ED list?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't made that many oopsies, but we did make 2 oopsies back to back. But these are our total stamps.
That's a valid point of like, what, do you want to fucking harem? No, you can't save Saber here.
But we're a good boy.
An indecisive boy. And that was our whole thing for this route, was like sacrificing everything to save Sakura, right?
Oh, I guess, dude. Has she finally gotten so crazy that you guys don't think she's hot anymore, or is it still hot?
No, it's different now, right? Like, she is a crazy villain, but now she's villain hot. Whereas before, she was just like a weird girl. But it's just, like, you can be... There's like a villain attraction that's separate. It's like when... I don't know.
You want to be consumed?
How do I want to out myself here? Like, what's the go-to villain I'm thinking of that's just a terrible person but hot?
All right, we're fucking done.
Hey,
Yay!
thanks, Matt.
Thanks for the 58 months, bitch. You've joined it at a good moment because we're about to pick the correct decision.
And this is the last place we could die, so the next decision just determines the ending, right?
Yeah.
Because we're out of Tiger Dojos.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's fucking kill Saber.
We're stabbing women.
There's no hesitation. Well, there was.
Mm-mm.
Holding her gaze, I bring down my heavy arm.
Sure wasn't.
Oh, don't show me this. Oh.
Oh, that hurts.
There's no resistance. I end Saber's life with one blow. There were memories. There was the warmth of life. Her warmth was always by my side. I kill her along with those memories. I search through my mind and throw them away to where I can't find them again. They'll never return. I'll never recall her now. Such a thing will never be forgiven. I chose this path. Killed someone else to save Sakura. Using my own hands, I killed someone who protected me until the very end. Neither regret nor confession will bring forgiveness. This is what it means to ally with someone. I'll keep sacrificing to love.
Well, say that line again.
I'll keep sacrificing important things for the one I love. And on this path, there's nothing brilliant enough to make up for what I've lost. But Saber, I'll search all my life for happiness that can measure up to what I've lost. I'll keep losing more than I gain, and I know I'll stop someday. But I'm going to take responsibility for stealing things away, even if I'm pathetic, comical, or meaningless. I don't know where I can find happiness. But I swear to myself, I'll never give up, even if I can't see the end. Thanks. You saved me many times. The weight on my dagger disappears. Silent to the end, the dark swordsman sinks into the black shadow, her eyes fixed on me. Fuck.
Jesus.
It's brutal. The black wave closes in. Spreading its arms to block its prey's escape, it attacks as a tidal surge.
I still haven't learned German.
Es last frei, Orkzig.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But the golden flash of light forbids the giant's existence. 6 already. Rin has cut down the endless barrage of dark curses.
What?
The surprised one is Matos Sakura, the master of the shadows. It's a natural reaction. Each of the black giants is a match for the noble phantasms wielded by servants. For Tosuka Rin, even one giant should be an avatar of inescapable death. But she has struck down 6 already. She killed every one of them with a single blow.
Hell yeah.
And running up the cliff now, she eliminates the 7th with one stroke of her dagger.
No way. Oh, wrong. No way. Es mein Scheiten nimmt sie. What the
Oh, I
fuck?
think
Are they
that was
both yelling
Sakura.
German?
Well, yeah, they're the same fucking...
So the top one is Sakura.
Yeah.
Okay, the bottom one. You're too persistent. Geber Zweinhänder.
Zweihander, this is a 3-handed sword.
You want to speak German for me?
The gem sword blazes with light. The colorless blade emits 7 prismatic colors, extraordinary power surging from its core.
Couldn't tell you who said that one.
Nice. I think that was Ren.
Yeah, me
Seems like she's
too.
doing a thing.
Well, I thought we'd get some more context. Yeah, there we go.
Es last frei, Elself.
It bathes the cavern in a bright light?
Sorry. I got too hyped.
Bright golden light.
Ha!
Destroying the last of the shadows in her way, Tosuka Rin reaches the top of the cliff. Mato Sakura stands before her. The black girl stares with surprise at her older sister's arrival.
No way. It's not possible.
Sound of her voice, numerous shadows rise up. Their number is incomparable to before. Is it Sakura's impatience, or do the things behind her sense the risks of their master? The magical energy emitted against the mere human called Tosuka Rin is over 100 million in numerical value. It means nothing.
You're not holding back. The people of the association would faint if they were here. They could keep a department running for 100 years with that much magical energy.
Oh, shit.
This is Sakura now, I think.
God.
I think you're right. I think first one was Rin, this one's Sakura.
Okay. I was like, hold on. My brain's so tiny. And what are you, cutting them down? I'm pulling out magical energy thousands of times your capacity. You don't have enough strength to even kill one of my shadows, so why? We're just having a pure contest of power. I can't dispel a curse. I'm merely using my magical energy to eliminate your magical energy that's creating the shadow. Can't you tell? I'm saying that's impossible. You don't have such magical energy. No, the light you're firing is like...
The greatest servant. The light of Saber's noble phantasm, Excalibur. Rin just firing off Excaliburs.
Is it that sword? I don't think it's possible, but that's copying the power of Saber's noble phantasm. Is it a limited weapon activated with your small magical energy that's specialized in killing shadows? Huh? You can't tell? What have they been teaching you, Sakura? What? Don't mock me. That's the only sound explanation. There's nothing to explain. This isn't a copy of Saber's sword, nor a shadow-killing demonic sword, Sakura. This is Zelrech, a gem sword passed down the Tosuka family. Huh? Zelrech? I can't believe this. You don't even know the name Zelrech? I don't even want to explain, but in short, it's your natural enemy. You use souls as a perpetual motion machine to create magical energy. You're just a poor imitation of the third sorcery. and I use an imitation of my great master, who travels across infinite parallel worlds. So it means I'm a copycat of the second sorcery.
Flash from the blade. Light traces the dagger's swing, obliterating Mito Sakura's guardian shadows. Not only that, light and heat like those of a miniature Excalibur send rumbles through the cavern. It's a pure contest of magical energy. What kind of magic? No sorcery was used. Tosuke Rin has a stock of magical energy equal to that of Mito Sakura.
I don't even need to get close to you. This is actually a projectile weapon, and you're hiding yourself in the shadows. There's no problem with exchanging blows until one of us runs out of power. Well, I guess the ceiling will give out before we do. No way. Exchange blows. Don't joke around. You don't have any magical energy left. No matter what that sword is, you can't attack anymore. Really? Then let's try. Come on, Sakura. You won't reach me no matter what you do. It's a drastic treatment, but consider it a fee for your lesson. I'll make sure you regret doing whatever you wanted just because you got a bit stronger. Not yet. Es Beifel, mein Item. Schleppt Eis. God damn it.
It's great.
This is like when Ilya was singing that song in German.
He got DMCA'd.
God, that was the worst. Ersters weiter, Rand Verstweint.
Mito Sakura cannot understand what's happening.
Shit, me either, dude.
Now she summons the shadows out of fear. But the Sword of Light mercilessly eliminates them. Mito Sakura is frightened and confused. That's why she doesn't notice. The sweat on Tosuke Rin's forehead. The high cost of using the gem sword, which shreds the muscles in her arm with each swing.
I won't lose when it comes to stock, but the question is how long my body will last. Why would you say that out loud?
Oh, I think she was like talking to herself. I don't think that was to Sakura. I think that's just the game trying to voice things.
Okay.
Light purges the attacking shadows. But their powers are not equal. Tosuke Rin and Mito Sakura, the difference in their power is still the same. Mito Sakura's stock of magical energy reaches 1 trillion.
Jesus.
As it cannot be used within a lifetime, it can be called an infinite.
Why? I'm stronger than anyone. Nobody can scold me. So how can you catch up to me like it's nothing? Someone at your level can't do anything but get swallowed. That's where you got it wrong! Even if you have a large supply, it's the caster that uses it. Do you get it? No matter how much water you have, the amount that comes out depends on the size of the faucet. The magic circuit called Mito Sakura can only instantaneously release about 1,000. Then we both have the same release rate, no matter how much you may have in your stock.
Good analogy.
Yeah, that's hopeful. Yeah! Wait,
I think this must be Rin.
this?
Yeah.
So, I don't need to prepare a supply as large as yours. I merely need 1,000 magical energy each time. Such a large supply of magical energy is just a waste.
The line of light is swung. If 1,000 light is smashed against 1,000 shadow, the powers will certainly cancel each other. But Tosuke Rin's magical energy doesn't even reach 100. The contradiction. It doesn't need to be said that her sword creates the competition that should not be possible. A sword of light that releases 1,000 units of magical energy with each attack and replenishes even more. It's not using Tosuke Rin's magical energy. She's merely collecting the mana, saturating this cavern, and releasing it through the gem sword.
That's so sick.
Odd is the energy within a magus, while mana is energy within the air. It's self-evident which is stronger. As Rin is inferior to Sakura, the only thing she can rely on is the mana in the air. True, the mana in this cavern reaches 1,000. It would only be once, but with the mana's help, she would be able to eliminate a giant. But there would be nothing left after that. Air holds a finite amount of power. Just as with humans, when the mana runs out, it takes a long time to be replenished. Tosuke Rin can only oppose Mato Sakura once in this world. But, that being the case, consider for a moment, what if another cavern existed here? That would mean she could oppose her enemy one more time. And what happens if something can make that if into reality? Parallel worlds.
Unlimited blade works.
What will happen if one can open a hole into a parallel world and pull out the unused mana from the cavern there?
That distortion's the same as the Holy Grail. Nason, it can't be. Yep, you're not the only one pulling magical energy from elsewhere, but don't get me wrong. Mine's not something that needlessly expanded like yours. I'm merely using the mana in this cavern from parallel worlds. I'm taking 1,000 magical energy from one of the infinite parallel worlds and attacking you with hold on. Attacking you with brute force. She's actually summoning mana from parallel worlds?
Well, that's like what Zelrich's whole thing is, right? He's like the traveler of infinite worlds.
Oh, that makes sense, okay.
And so his sword is just blinking to different worlds, I guess.
1,000 mana, next world, 1,000 mana.
Yeah. Somewhere somebody needs this, and they're like, fuck, what? What just happened to it? The girl drawing a massive supply from the Great Holy Grail gasps.
No way. That's ridiculous. Do you get it? If you have an inexhaustible supply, I have a limitless supply.
Built like 50 of these fucking shadows.
Yeah, but she's got fucking no arms at this point.
Gem Sword Zelrich. It's a miracle that makes a path in between infinite parallel worlds.
Jake just explained this.
That's the sword's only ability. An equipment that creates a small opening too small for humans to pass and looks into another possible world. The dagger has no function to amplify magical energy, nor does it have the power to create energy when swung. But its sole ability is enough. She merely needs to pull unused magical energy from the next cavern after she uses up the energy in this one. She can move on to the next one after that. Then next after next after next after next. There's no end to the parallel worlds. The possibility of opposite mirrors are infinite. Therefore limitless. Even if Rin's capacity is only 1,000, it doesn't matter. An inexhaustible supply and an infinite supply. Because the powers of their magic circuits are equal, the two magi are equal. This makes sense why Kaleidoscope gives you so much NP, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Another rumbling echoes through space. Rin's gemsword not only destroys the shadows, its excessive force slowly brings the cavern towards its collapse. When that happens, the altar and the Great Holy Grail will be destroyed as well. Mato Sakura will lose if she continues fighting. Even if she attacks until Tosuke Rin tires, the room will cave in shortly thereafter. The shadows stop. She must finally understand the origin of her enemy's power. Gasping for breath, Sakura glares at her older sister. No matter how... Go ahead.
This is Sakura, right?
No, it's gotta be Rin.
Okay, no matter how many times you try, the result will be the same. That's all that your power can manage. Have you cooled your head now? Don't be ridiculous. This is unfair. Why, Nason? Why are you always the one?
Battle continues. Mato Sakura keeps screaming, even though she knows it's useless and that she's pushing herself into a corner. Along with the grudge she kept inside for a long, long time.
That's right. I was jealous of you. You stayed at the Tosuke house and were always brilliant. I hate you for never knowing any trouble. That's why I want to win. I want you to praise me just once. Why can't you let me have a little thing like that?
The older sister slashes away the oncoming shadow. Gritting her teeth, she catches a glimpse of her sister's mind.
Why? It was different for me. We were sisters. We were born to the same family, but I had nothing. I was trapped in the room with worms and was treated as an object. I never led a human life and nobody said anything kind to me.
Hatred. The hatred is not directed at her older sister, but...
I I almost died every day. I always looked at myself in the mirror wanting to die, but I was scared of dying. I didn't want to disappear by myself, because I heard that I had an older sister. I'm a child of the Tosca family, so I always believed that my older sister would come save me. But you never came. You just kept smiling, having no idea. You took no notice of the miserable girl and lived happily in the Tosca household. Why? We're sisters and we're both human, so how come you're the only one smiling like that?
Her hatred isn't directed at her older sister. It's a blind plea to herself and the world.
I quit being human. Of course, I haven't been treated like one for a long time. My eyes and hair were changed, and every cell in my body was changed, so I could become the Magus of Makiri. 11 years. 11 years, Nason. The Makiri didn't train me. They didn't expect anything from my intelligence. They taught my body and made me into a mere tool that uses magic. They laughed that I'd become a better tool the more pain they gave me. They started putting poison in my food, so even eating became a terrifying agony. Once they put me with the worms, I had to ask for grandfather's permission even to breathe.
He's crying. But Rin slashes away the shadows without a word.
I know I'm crazy, but it hurts, and the more I begged them to stop, the more delighted they became, and the more they tampered with my body. So I'm not smart like you. It's not like I can do everything like you. All I can do is take my pain out on others.
Her oppressed soul. Her irreparable body. And
But is that my fault? The ones who made me like this are grandfather. Sorry, Tamago was making noises. But is that my fault? The ones who made me like this are grandfather, and my father that sold me to the Mito family, and Nason, who couldn't come save me. I didn't become this monster because I wanted to. I was forced to become one because everyone cornered me.
but
Oh? What of it?
he doesn't feel for her at all. Not a single word of sympathy.
What? Things like that happen. It's not like crying will change anything. And besides, being a monster doesn't sound so bad. It doesn't hurt now, right?
Rule approval. The girl's cries did go a bit too far, but they were just asking for warmth. But Rin denied it. She says it's right to be a monster, saying it's because she was weak. Her always perfect sister tells her the hard truth.
Why is it the Kodomine Kire music? Oh, hold on. One moment. Minerva sneezed and she's got snot on her. Hold on. Yeah, it's gross. You okay, buddy? I know you don't like when I use tissues on you, but like, that was gross. Nason, it's all because you're like that.
The shadows boil up. The girl who only seconds ago was about to abandon the fight under pressure from her sister gives form to her curse in her despair.
Sakura?
I think it's Ren.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Then let me tell you something. I never thought it was painful. I could turn aside most problems, and there was nothing I couldn't do. So I've never been cornered like you. And I was never interested in what the cornered people thought. That's how I am. I don't understand other people's pain. To be honest, I don't know how much pain you've suffered or what cool treatment you've received. I'm sorry, but I'm not even going to try to understand.
Concise words. She's not lying. She just tells her younger sister the truth.
But Sakura, even as insensitive as I am, I never thought I was blessed.
She looks straight at her. She stares back at Mito Sakura with all emotion contained in her words.
Huh?
She cannot understand. What did just say?
I wasn't blessed either. What?
Hatred dyes her brain red. She must be fooling around, saying such convenient things now.
Shut up. Now you tell me that you weren't blessed?
She's about to lose her mind. She's about to break down. Her sister has never looked at her. She showed off her great talent and happiness.
Shut up. How can you say that?
She never liked or hated me, who wanted everything from her but received nothing. And says she's still pure and clean.
Shut up, Nesan. I won't forgive you. That's not good enough. I don't want to hear such things. I'm not going to listen to your excuses, Nesan. I don't need you anymore.
The girl screams, as if denying her inner darkness. That's the last resistance Tosuka Rin could manage. She makes the decision she's been postponing. She wanted to wait for Emyashiro as long as she could, but she can't postpone it any longer. No. First of all, it was a mistake to entrust Shiro with their problem. It's Tosuka Rin's weakness against Mato Sakura.
Sakura. Huh?
Rin calls out to her calmly, as if saying hello. At that instant, Tosuka Rin finishes the battle.
Interlude. No?
Oh?
Our weapon screen was updated, but we can't read it because it's in Japanese.
It's gotta just be so.
Sakura?
She calls out and throws it. Her strongest weapon. She throws the sorcerer's inheritance.
Well, end.
The whole cavern is filled with light. Explosion. In the act of its own destruction, the miraculous gemsword erases all shadows. She runs. She runs straight at Mato Sakura. Sakura can't move, wincing from the light. No matter how much power she has, she's still inexperienced in battle. So it's easy to beat her once she sets her mind to it. Tosuka Rin quickly closes in. As she runs, she grasps another dagger hidden behind her back. Sakura can't react. It seems she's realized she's going to be killed, but it's too late. She's got her. She thrusts the dagger to finish her off. Oh, I can't. And realizes her own defeat.
I'm dead.
She understands that the dagger will pierce her heart before she can dodge it. Her body tries to counterattack, but it won't make it in time.
I'm going to be killed.
There's no fear. She's used to being hurt by others. And she thinks it's natural that Rin is the one doing it. But she doesn't like getting hurt, and dying scares her, so she closes her eyes. She sighs with relief. After all, once she dies, the pain will end. But there's no pain, and the end doesn't come. Warmth fills her instead. The instant she realizes what it is, Mato Sakura regains her sight. There's blood. Warm human blood flowing from the stomach. The blood's flowing out of her older sister, whose arms are firmly wrapped around her.
Nesan?
The girl asks why. Rin was definitely faster. She could have killed her, but she stopped her dagger at the last second.
Jeez, I can't be complaining about Shiro.
A faint voice. It's the voice she's always dreamed of. The voice of Tosuka Rin that's relentless, but warm and kind. Rin thinks to herself, it's nothing special. She just realized when it counted the most. Right when she saw Sakura up close, she realized she couldn't kill her.
Jeez, I'm stupid.
She's dumbfounded. Her foolishness must be absolute if she doesn't realize it until the very last moment. She should have realized it earlier. But Rin's convinced that it can't be helped.
Yeah, it can't be helped. I can't ignore a slouch. I like orderly schemes, and it irritates me when people aren't repaid for their efforts.
And first of all,
I like you, Sakura. I've always watched you, and I wanted you to smile. Yeah, I wanted to believe you had it better the more I suffered. I was so preoccupied with that, so I didn't even have time to think about if it was painful or not.
she embraces Sakura with love. A once-in-a-lifetime embrace between sisters. She softly embraces her sister who pierced her stomach and holds her there like a treasure.
Hey-san.
Her warmth fades. There's no complaint. Tosca Rin regrets not her death, but her inability to save her sister.
I'm sorry I'm a selfish sister. And thanks. I'm glad you always wore that ribbon.
She crumples to the altar like a falling red flower. The weight disappears. It only lasted for an instant. Her older sister disappears along with the warmth.
But Sakura, even as insensitive as I am, I never thought I was blessed. No.
What kind of loneliness is contained in Sakura's words? Her agony for her alone. Nobody else can understand or relieve her. There's no such hypocrisy. And at the same time, what if the girl she admired felt a loneliness nobody could understand?
No.
What would happen then? She was her ideal, someone brimming with confidence who had everything she wanted. What if her older sister were always bound by something just like her?
Hi.
Then, the one that's weak, the one at fault, isn't her world. But her, the coward who couldn't look up. And there were people who clumsily loved her.
But I destroyed them.
Where did she go wrong? She had everything. Everything she wanted was actually right there in front of her. They loved her and embraced her so kindly. But she destroyed it all herself. Her hands are still frozen in place, trying to hug someone who's no longer there. The girl, wet with her beloved sister's blood, starts to strongly curse herself. Oh, these are two people who are not doing well mentally.
It is only
I
going
hear
to get
sounds.
worse.
Yeah. A rumbling shakes the cave. The light and sound are still far off, but the cavern's creaking and trembling. Is it distant thunder? Suddenly I realize that I can't recall when I've ever heard distant thunder. The dagger in my hand crumbles away as Saber disappears. It must be because I eliminated a servant, a strong familiar. The Azoth sword Tosca created with all her magical energy crumbles away without a trace. I tighten the restraint on my left arm. I've used up most of the magical energy. What's left in Archer's arm and myself? I should be able to do more if I combine them, but I can only manage one more projection. I won't be able to suppress Archer's arm after that. Right there. That's right. What happened to her? I get up. My body's stiff and rigid. It feels like my joints have turned into steel. I could probably repel bullets now.
Please don't.
Are you alright, Ryder? I can't walk well. I walk.
Ugh.
Blood comes out. Something's coming out of my bent legs.
Mm,
I pretend not to notice.
mm.
It feels like a metal pipe protruding from my leg, but I can manage to walk if I grit my teeth. Something's making a sound in the distance. It sounds like something I heard a lot as a kid. It's probably still ingrained in my childhood memories. One gets curious about a lot of things as a kid. Ryder, I walked to the wall Ryder smashed into. She's still there. But she's covered in wounds, with her magical energy almost completely depleted. She shouldn't be able to move for a while. I should have her rest. I'm going ahead. Please come after me once you can run again. I murmur to Ryder and start walking. Ugh, you treat people more roughly than I expected. Oh. You treat people more roughly than I expected. Oh, she's conscious.
I was like, Ryder got her ass beat, her voice went up 2 octaves.
Unable to stand, she watches me in a daze. Sorry, but I'm counting on you. Please come help me after you're slightly healed. Yes, don't worry. I shall follow you shortly. Ryder doesn't push herself. She knows she should start moving after she heals instead of pushing herself now. I can depend on her because she actually thinks ahead, unlike me. The rumblings are coming at shorter intervals now. There's no time to waste. I drag my wounded body and follow after Tosaka. I'm breathing hard. I lean against the wall as I walk. I'm not making bad progress. My body's stiff, but it's nothing once I get used to it.
Ugh.
Something comes out of my mouth. I wipe it away and pretend nothing happened. My thigh muscle goes numb and I almost fall. It's just a little numbness. My pants leg is ripped from inside and I can see inside my body.
Ew.
Desperately, I look away and walk on.
What the fuck happened after you stabbed Saber?
I'm almost there. I think this is his body destroying itself because Archer and swords.
Oh, I understand now. Okay.
Warm wind hits my body. Alright. I slap my cheeks and start running.
Why are we 7?
That's such a funny image. I burst out of the darkness. The familiar deserted land fills my vision. No, this isn't something I've seen. That thing didn't exist in Ilya's memory. So that's the main cause of this ridiculous war. The guy who took Sakura from me. It's about to be born. Pressure and unpleasantness hit my whole body. The breathing of life tells me it's about to hatch. A flash of light and a rumble. The light came from the top of the cliff, wreaking havoc on the cavern. I don't know what's going on, but such flashy things can only come from Tosaka. Then that means...
You're in a rush.
The distorted embryo looks at me, even though it has no eyes.
I felt like a Sakura line, but now I have doubts.
I think that might have just been Shiro talking to himself.
Well, who knows?
Maybe it's the embryo. Fucking...
Yeah, does it undermine you? I don't know.
There's no mistake about it. He wants to come out right this second. Maybe because he doesn't like how Tosca's raging around. But his body's not ready yet. His placenta's inside the black pillar. He can't come out until his body's completely formed. He's impatient because Tosca's about to destroy the womb itself, and that's why he wants his body completed, even if it may be hurriedly built. He wants to be summoned into this world as a servant with a body. Fuck that. I run. First on this game drop. A desperate clash of light and shadow. Sakura? Once I'm close enough to tell that it's the battle between Tosaka and Sakura.
Have you done something different to your microphone?
I don't think so. Check, 1, 2. Sound normal? Sound weird?
Yeah, you sound good now.
The time in this cavern. I can only think of one possible cause of the Great Light.
Ne-san.
With a childish cry, the world starts to quake. This isn't the destruction of the cavern walls by the light. This is destruction on a more fundamental level. The cavern is shaking because the giant shadow's trying to come out. That's... A chill runs up my spine. I get a bad feeling. Hearing Sakura's cry, I imagine the worst possible outcome. Tosuka, Tosuka, Tosuka! I run. Panting frantically, I scramble up the cliff on all fours. The tremor doesn't stop. I hear a large boulder crash to the ground somewhere in the cavern. I don't care what's happening behind me. I run in desperation, covering myself in dirt. And my eyes are seared with the fact that I was too late. Tosuka. The ground's shaking. I can't see Tosuka's face and she's lying face down. She looks like a large flower fallen from its stem.
Senpai.
I raise my face, backing away from Tosuka's blood-soaked body as if fleeing is Sakura cursing her own existence. Sakura. Ooh.
I killed her. My son cared about me, but I killed her.
Sakura's voice isn't directed at me. She's rejecting everything. Her own body covered in Tosuka's blood, her darkened self, the pillar connected to her. She's cursing everything with all her might.
I was stupid. I'm sorry. There's nothing but pain. You always told me not to lose, but I was too stupid to understand. Senpai believed in me, but I just kept betraying him.
The shadows binding Sakura. The black command spells binding Sakura's body.
Oh, hold on. Tomoko found the worst toy. Bro, are you good? Are you okay? Now's not a good time for the carrot. Come over here. I know. You're gonna ruin the mood. Or maybe amplify it, I'm not sure. It's a lot of crinkling. Wrong button? Alright. Where do we stop? Did you read the first two lines?
Yeah, I think so. I can do it again now.
It's too late now. No, I have to stop, but I can't go back. No, I don't want this.
He's refusing it. Sakura's refusing the shadow. She's hating herself, refusing the temptations from the shadow, and trying to kill herself.
Awkward.
But she can't. Sakura's necessary as a host for the shadow. It won't allow her to take her own life. Sakura's being torn apart by both the shadow and her own guilty conscience. So Tosuka won.
No.
Sakura regained her sanity. Tosuka chose her sister's life in the very end. Sakura's Sakura. Her heart doesn't change no matter how much the shadow swallows her. I'm the one who made her like that. This would never have happened if I hadn't gotten scared back then and scolded her. I run to Tosuka. She's still breathing. It's too early to give up. Sakura, Tosuka's still alive. Right, she's not dead. She can be saved. No, she has to be saved. We have to save her. Right, Sakura? Light returns to her eyes. The restraint of the shadow loosens a bit. Her eyes focusing on us, Sakura finally sighs with relief.
No, run, Senpai!
And frantically tries to control herself.
Oh.
Hovering Tosuka's body with my own, I receive the shadow's blow on my back.
No, Senpai, I...
The shadow come up behind Sakura. Damn it. He's not alive yet, but his sense of danger is first class. I know. It's that kid's fault for not giving up. He's throwing a tantrum because he doesn't want you taken away. Hold on, I'll smack him and get him off of you. I start walking towards Sakura.
No, please stop. Senpai!
Theme music?
Yeah.
The shadow grazes my cheek. It should have cut through my neck, but Sakura's scream made it miss. That was just, it's just recovering. Clutching at herself, Sakura fights against it. Instead of disappearing, the shadows keep increasing in number. She's crying. Sakura's crying. It's not because of the pain of the shadow swallowing her. She's crying from frustration because she can't suppress herself.
No, Senpai, I can't suppress it. Nason taught me, but I'm going to lose. I wasn't strong. I'm a coward, a wimp, and a terrible person.
Another step. The shadow's lance grazes my cheek.
No, why are you coming? Senpai! I'll kill you if you come any closer!
Another step. I put my right hand on my left shoulder.
Why? Run! Please run, Senpai! Please take Nason and run! You can forget about me. I'll die here. I can die by myself. I don't want you to see me like this!
Shadow's pressure gets stronger with each step. My advance is hurting Sakura's body and mind.
Why are you listening to me? I won't hold back if you're going to come any closer. I'll kill you before you kill me.
I don't need to explain. I'm gonna get you out of here and save Tosuka. That's what I said, right?
Are you still going on about that? Don't. I can't be saved. No, I shouldn't be saved. I shouldn't live.
Another step. The shadow hits my stomach. It didn't pierce me, it's just a strike. Sakura's intentionally trying to push me away.
See, you saw that. This is how I am. I can't go back, and he's not going to let me go. And even if I do go back, I've killed a lot of people. I killed so many people. Killed Nissan, killed grandfather, and killed Nason. What do you want me to do? I can't give back what I've taken. I've killed many people. Are you still telling me to live?
I see. She can't back out now. She's trapped by crimes she can't atone for. There's no salvation. Even if it wasn't Sakura's will, those actions will haunt her forever. Even if she's released from the shadow, the darkness will remain within her. But, of course, you took lives, so take responsibility, Sakura. I released the restraint on my left arm. Fuck. The last time, I removed the red cloth that barely kept me alive. I feel faint. I have to go forward before I disappear. There are things I have to tell her.
Senpai.
Yes, I don't know where the crime is or how heavy it is. Shadows lance toward my chest, shoulder, left leg, and stomach. Clank. The shadows don't pierce me but slide off with a spark. But I'll protect you. I'll protect you from everything. It may be hypocrisy, but my ideal has always been to protect the one I love. I move forward. Sakura's right in front of me now.
No. Senpai, your body's...
Race on. I only think about one thing. I use every last ounce of my remaining magical energy for its projection.
Whoa.
Oh! The last projection. I raise the dagger that breaks all contracts. I can't see her face clearly.
Senpai.
I'm going to punish you. This is going to be harsh. So grit your teeth. I hear her gasp. Then, with a yes, Sakura holds out her chest. Hoping this will be her punishment. Let's go home, Sakura. Cut your ties with him. And I thrust it into her heart with a single breath. The way to cover the nipples there is so funny. She's released. The black command spell cloaking her body disappears. A contract breaker. A noble phantasm that nullifies all magic and negates the contract with a servant. Without taking Sakura's life, it destroys the contract that bound her. My vision isn't continuous. Sakura's alive. I don't know if it's reaction from being released, but she's lying on the ground like she's sleeping. Tosca will make it too.
Are we sure?
She's not bleeding anymore. She has a legitimate magic crest. The crest is the crystallization of the Tosca family's magic. It won't let their successor die, even if she's unconscious. The cavern is shaking. Angra Mainyu, a ridiculous curse called All Evils of the World, is writhing. Damn. Even after losing its host, the Black Shadow hasn't disappeared. It has grown too large. It can come out without Sakura's help. It will emerge so long as the Great Holy Grail still exists. I'll destroy it. I'll destroy the giant magic circle and the shadow along with it. Angra Mainyu's fetal activity is slowly destroying the cavern. But I don't think it'll die even if the cavern collapses. I have to destroy that thing here and now. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. I'll go as near it as I can, attack it with great force. Angra Mainyu can't move as long as it's in the black fire. I'll cleave it in two before he can emerge. If there's anything capable of such a feat, it's... the greatest noble phantasm I know of. Ugh. My breathing stopped for a moment. There's about 100 meters to Angra Mainyu. It's fine, I can walk this distance. It's just one more time. One last projection and it's all over. It's fine, I'll be able to do it. I'll finish this off, take the two of them above ground, and... Shiro, do you hear me? Someone taps my shoulder. Who is this? She can't possibly be a stranger. I know her. She looks dangerous, but I remember that she's trustworthy. Is this still Ryder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Can you take Sakura and Tosca and get out of here?
Oop.
Shiro? Oh.
We
you
sure did
baited
fuck
me.
up. She was on the screen.
Ahem. Good. Can you take Sakura and Tosca and get out of here? Shiro? The long-haired woman stares at me for a few seconds. What about you? I'll go after I destroy that thing. It'll be quick, but every second counts for Tosca, and Sakura will be affected by the shadow if she stays here. Angra Mainyu might be persistent and make Sakura his master again. Understood. I will carry Rin and Sakura. Please rest assured, I've rested enough for that. Please, go outside with those two. The cavern's collapsing. Damn, your speed would have no problem with the falling rocks. Then I will be going. I shall come get you after I get them to a safe place. That's nice to hear, but make sure they're okay first. You're the only one I can trust. I'll escape by myself, so please treat Tosca. Sakura can't be happy without her. I don't think this woman has any ability to heal people. But I still have to entrust her with Tosca's life. Certainly, but the same goes for you, Shiro. Sakura needs you and Rin. Please remember that. I need you to support Sakura. I shall hurry. Good luck. The woman in black picks them up with ease and runs down the cliff. Weaving between the falling rocks, she hurries to the exit. I don't have to worry about them now. They'll be saved if I let her take care of them. So, now I just need to take care of one more thing. My consciousness is breaking apart. A mere 100 meters become an impossibly vast expanse. Only a matter of time before the cavern collapses. The ceiling's crumbling in places and the ground is strewn with rubble. My joints are stiff. It hurts to bend my limbs. If I let my guard down, I stop breathing. Finally, with the determination it would take to stick a knife in my throat, I managed to draw a few breaths. I keep doing it in spite of the pain because people can't live without oxygen. I might be able to move without oxygen. Even if I am to breathe, I would stop moving soon. It's hot. Hundreds of blades are growing out of my body. An inescapable death by skewering. I am the bone of my sword. But I already knew that. Instead, the time bomb was activated when I used projection. So this end was already determined. My legs are heavy. I don't know what I'm doing. My heart's about to explode from pain, fatigue, and emptiness. But just a bit more. Everything will end once I beat him. There's no one in my way. There's no one getting in my way anymore. But... the shadow wavers. In front of the crater, the Great Holy Grail, bathed in the ruddy glow, is standing.
Who's standing?
Otomine Kire.
What the fuck? Yes, it seems we've both managed to survive, Emiya Shiro.
A voice filled with strong will. As if it's fate, the man blocks my way through this desolate realm. Oh. What are you doing? There's nothing for you to do now. I don't ask him how he's alive. He's dying. I don't feel magical energy from his body. There's a black stain where his heart should be. Like me, a brief fire that's like a turned hourglass. I don't hear his heartbeat. He doesn't have much longer to live. This is not speculation, but a predication. Kotomine Kire will die in a few minutes, even if he doesn't do anything.
Do not ask something so obvious. There's only one goal for me, to give birth to the curse.
What? You can't do that. He won't become yours.
Of course not. I cannot intervene with this, and I have no intention to. But I have told you, I will bless anything that comes to life. This is about to be born, so it is only natural for me to protect it from an outside enemy that tries to kill it.
Are you insane? What are you saying with that dying body of yours? And even if it's born like you wish, you'll...
The same goes for you. There is no sanity here. Our end will be the same, even if we accomplish our goals. You will destroy it, while I will protect it. But there is nothing to be gained, no matter whose goal is achieved. You came here knowing that. This is a meaningless battle. We are two madmen engaging in useless folly.
Otomine will not back down. He won't even retreat. He won't retreat, and I can't use projection as long as he's there. I need time to project. He'll smash my head if I show such an opening. Why? Why are you going so far to protect him? Even if he's born, you gain nothing, so why? Even on the verge of death, why does he approve of mankind's enemy, all evils of this world?
There is no room for questions. This is my only pleasure. Emiya Shiro, as you feel supreme bliss in others' happiness, I feel supreme bliss in others' unhappiness. God. We're in the endgame and Kodamine Kirei is monologuing. First of all, why kill it? It is arrogance to assume it is evil even before its birth. Is it not a love to allow a life that yearns to be born into this world?
Don't bullshit me. He's killed many people already. I can't let him out.
Oh, then let me ask, what is good and evil? Are you saying murder is an absolute evil?
That's... Good and evil mean nothing to me now. The justice Emiyashiro believed in disappeared the instant I decided to save Sakura.
Fair enough. There is no answer from the start. That's what humans are like. There is no clear answer, and they accept a changing truth. We have no absolute truth from the very beginning. Humans have both good and evil, and it's up to you to decide which is which. The start is at 0, and there is no crime in being born. I thought I'd already told you.
Yeah, you said there's no crime in the baby, even if it's evil.
Correct. Humans become good or evil through learning. A certain scripture mentions that humans are superior beings to angels. Why? Because there are people who know of evil, but do not become evil. It's different from angels, who only know of good since birth. Humans have evil, but can live as good, so they are superior to angels, who only know of good. And at the same time, there are rare moments of goodwill shown by evil men. There are bad intentions shown only on a whim by saints. The contradiction, the coexistence of good and evil is the holy grail that makes people human. Living is a crime by itself, and there are punishments because one is alive. Good exists within life, and evil exists with life. Therefore, you cannot inquire about the crime of one who has not yet been born. There is no existence that is born as evil, that is unwanted by everyone. It has no reason to be punished until it is born.
That's Kodamine's answer. That man pardons all evils of this world for this reason alone. So you're going to forgive him. He's someone that can only kill. If you know he'll kill many people once he comes out, he's a definite evil for us.
Yes, his nature is evil. He was made that way after all. He was born to be evil from the very beginning. He's not like people. This is a pure deity that people made. But, even if his actions are evil, we have yet to know what he thinks of it.
Huh? What Angramanyu thinks about his own actions?
Yes. If Angramanyu considers them evil and agonizes over them, or considers them good and laughs about them, that is not something we can assume. If that thing has emotions like those of humans and agonizes over its doings, it is evil. But if it has no doubt about its existence, it is good. Everyone wished for him to be that way, after all. If it has no doubt about its function, it cannot be evil.
What?
Yes, those with defects at birth, those who were not wanted even before birth, and should show us the worth of worthless life, the meaning of birth. Would it be able to forgive itself after destroying and losing everything? That's what I would like to know. I want to know if it is a crime to live as you are, when you are different from others. That is why I killed your father and let Mito Sakura live. I cannot come up with the answer by myself. That is why I wish for the birth of what can provide me with that answer. That is my goal, Emiyashiro. I am at the opposite extreme from you. As you have no wish for yourself, our desires are of the same nature.
Can't comprehend him. His wish is too alien for me. So there's only one thing I understand. That's the only reason he... Sakura. You used Sakura for such a thing? I shake off the vagueness, glaring at the priest with all the hostility I can muster. And...
Yes, to that end I have taken many lives. That is why I cannot back out now. I told you, that is how I lived. I lived to answer that question. It will not change, even on the verge of my death.
He makes this declaration, holding my gaze. His words are bold. He states it as a matter of course, saying he has no regret or doubts. I see. That makes me realize. We are irreconcilable. I opposed him ever since I saw him. I finally realize why. I don't want to admit it, but it seems I like Kotomine Kire.
Same.
I was frantic to see him as an enemy because I didn't want to accept the fact. He said we're similar. I understand now. We both believed ourselves to be sinners. And we both lived in a certain way to free ourselves of those chains. We both knew we could never be freed, but believed it was the right atonement, and sought salvation that would never be given to us. Of course you're not going to back out. There's no way he'll withdraw if he's the same as me. It's not that he's trying to grant his wish because he's about to die. That's right. It's not that he's protecting his oath in his last moments. That's how he lived until now. He never walked a different path. So even if he's to die in the next minute, he doesn't know any other way to live.
And I admit, this is also sentimentality. I knew it was a possibility, but at last I realize it.
He steps forward. There's not much time left for either of us. So we have to settle the match quickly. We have to extinguish the other's fire before our own blows out.
I envy you people. What I sought but could not obtain. What I obtained but could not obtain. Many things slipped out between my fingers, no matter what commandment I used.
What other people called happiness.
I'm going to release my pent-up emotions here.
Not bring me any joy. Yeah, he's empty because he couldn't obtain it, no matter what he tried. He sought and sought, but couldn't obtain happiness. And the only way of life he found was carrying death. So how can he abandon his way of life now?
I see.
I see.
Ooh.
I guess I made you waste your time, Kotomine. I resume breathing. Pulling oxygen into my lungs, I get my body ready for battle.
I do not mind. Neither one of us has much time.
Strength enters Kotomine's body. There's no way this is going to turn into a battle of magic. We're both almost dead. All we can do is to drive our fists into our opponent. There's no technique or strategy involved. It's a mere brawl to the death. He needs to kill me to make his wish come true. I need to kill him to destroy his wish. We both put our lives on the line. I need to beat him and eliminate the shadow before my life burns out. He kicks off the ground and runs straight at me.
Ah!
I don't have such power left in my legs. I lower my stance, eyes fixed on his oncoming chest, and
I don't know why you would make a fucking war cry, but like, that's what I thought. Right, your turn.
I swing my fist full force at a speed he can't avoid. But my fist swings through empty space, and I'm the one who gets hit. This dude runs like 30 miles per hour. Sure, you're fucked. I don't see Kotomine. That speed, the enemy that charged me disappears from my view in an instant. Crouches down by my left side, slams his palm into my stomach. I don't know what that looks like. And kicks up at my body with his lightning fast legs. Ha! Ugh. His kicks are like fire. It's been a while since I felt pain strong enough to make me lose consciousness. It hasn't.
Got fucking swords coming out of your bones, and you're like, damn, this fucking palm punch hurt.
God. How many meters was I kicked up? The impact was strong enough to rip my head off. No, if I'm going to talk about impact, then the second blow to my stomach was strong enough to pulverize my organs. I know this. Taking the shortest route without any initial movement, a circle and a line, it tries to damage the inside instead of outside. A priest using Chinese martial arts? And he's really good at it. It's not something he copied on the spot.
That's not true.
Ajay Kwan.
My moves are... What?
Sorry, go ahead.
Did you say wax on, wax off?
No, I said it's Bajie Kwan because it's another fate thing. Just go ahead.
Alright. That's not true. My moves are mere mimicry. It's a mimicry of Tao Lu without much in it. But it seems to be enough against a dying man.
Strikes again. Forcing my fused joints to bend, I get up. But Kotomine stops and looks at his fist. His hand's covered in red.
Oh, he's been hitting your bone swords.
Fuck, why are you made of bones? That's weird. Or made of swords.
What a troublesome body. The one attacking has to risk his life.
It is. A price he had to pay to attack a body made of swords. I gather my consciousness and face my enemy. It doesn't matter. He won't stop attacking, even if faced with the thorns of death.
But this should make a good handicap. In short, our fight is...
Kotomine lowers his stance. His trained body is getting ready for the explosion.
Not a fight against someone else, but a battle with your body at stake.
The enemy closes in. Kotomine is far stronger than me. His fist won't break. At this rate, the hourglass itself will be destroyed before all the sand spills to the bottom. I don't look away from my enemy, closing in like a spark. There's only one thing I have to do. I have to be faster than last time. I have to punch him faster, even if he avoids it. All I can hear is the sound of my heart pounding in my ears. I take no notice of the rumbling or the raining bits of earth. The one I must defeat is right in front of me. I don't care about some centuries-old wish or the end of this small world. For Emiyashiro, defeating this enemy is the last remaining purpose.
What the fuck?